it's the beginning of the bodywork on the 60, or Lazarus I should say, and it's time to bring him back to life, and this is the first step. So strap yourselves in because it's going to get a bit wild at times, no doubt.
What am I bodging? Oh well, a 60 series Landcruiser. But the good news is, me and you'll be working together.
Righto, so I think I did a good job of the tailgate. James was on the fence.
Oh. You're going to do it once, you're going to do it properly.
I'm glad he's confident, I'm terrified. Nice. Righto, last episode we really did ascertain that the hood liner is coming out. The edges of the roof are proper buggered all the way along and there's too much risk of damaging it. So what we're going to do is put that off and we're going to go into the tailgate. Well, GoPro's saying 5 minutes and 25 seconds, and I've got my first hole. Now, this is where it gets trickier. You'll notice there's a little addition to the welding trolley. We have a gas bottle. I've lashed out. Well, actually, James pretty much said if you don't get gas, we're not doing this job. So I lashed out, and we've got a gas bottle now, and we have normal MIG wire in it, and I can honestly say it is so much better. I've done a few little test pieces, and I should have done it years ago. The only thing I do have in it is 0.9 wire. I probably should have got 0.8, just that little bit finer. So we'll turn this thing down and see if I can't be gentle enough to start tacking this thing back together, getting it back in shape. So here we go. Righto, we've got a bit of weld through primer there. So what we've got here is a sheet of 0.9 zinc anneal. This is what they said to use on bodywork, so this is what we're going for. So we're just going to cut it to shape, sit it in there, and just start tacking it round and round and round and round and round. Achoo! Grind. Righto, so I think I did a good job of the tailgate. James was on the fence. He said I would have done it differently and there's a few things I could have done better. So I'm going to wait for him until we can really get stuck into it. And it is all about learning and it is his profession. I'm not going to just try and bumble through it. I might as well wait for him and show me how to do things properly. So I've been demoted and he said, go around and get all this black, shitty, sticky dab off, they call it. And it is putrid. It's so hard to get off. I've cut myself a heap of little rags and I've got a tub of unleaded and we're just going to keep rubbing it. Once the rag's got black shit all over it, you got to throw it in the bin, get another one. So we'll go through and remove all that, and same with the screen. The stuff around the screen wasn't too bad. It's nearly all off anyway. So, but yeah, it's bad when you get demoted off your own project, but James is here to help and I can't wait to do it properly and show you guys how to do it properly. So we'll get in and do all the apprentices' jobs and wait for him. Bulk of the dab off. Now it's time, I'll just peel the hood liner back so I can clean the rest of it off, the actual body. The hood liner is one of the next jobs on the list and I'm really terrified to do that actually, but because it is so perfect, hopefully we can get it out without damaging it, store it somewhere without damaging it, and get it back in without damaging it. There's a lot that could go wrong, but yeah, it's just, we have to do it to repair that roof properly. There's going to be too many sparks and heat to leave it in there, so we'll keep pushing on here. That is a winner. That's coming off way easier. I just got to make a little tool up. These are just cheap plastic door trim removal tools from Super Cheap Auto, and just shape them up to what you need. That works really good. No tearing this hood lining yet. It's too early in the piece. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that montage, because that was a really boring, painful job, peeling all that roof off. Look, it is stronger than what you think, and I can see how it can be done now and can be put back on effectively. I don't think that'll be too bad. I think one of the hardest parts here is storing all these pieces in a place where they won't get damaged, and being able to find all the tiny little bits and pieces that you pull off the car, in up to a month to 12 months time, depending on how long it takes you to do a project. I'm lucky I've got a shed and somewhere to put all this stuff. For you guys out there that are trying to do things like this in your carport, hats off to you, because it is no mean feat. And once you get to this point in a project, you understand how many parts there are that go into putting a car back together. I'm lucky I've got a bit of help with Jamesy, and his panel beating past, and he just keeps saying it'll be fine, it's all good, it's normal. So look, if I was just doing this on my own, I would be freaking out just like you guys at home. So don't be too scared. Just make sure you take the time in labeling things and putting them in a safe place, and everything can go back together as long as you can find it. Rightio, we're properly stuck into the bodywork today. James has turned up bright and early. He actually beat me into the shed before I walked out of my own house, so that's how keen he is. We are really cutting, welding, grinding and fixing this thing up now. And what's the plan, bud? Where do we start and what are we doing?
Four doors done. They just start on the body, I'm guessing. Get the easy one started first.
Don't want to do the roof today?
No, probably not today. Too hot today.
30, 35 degrees today, somewhere in that range. We're doing some sweating in here, that's for sure. So I'm going to learn a lot today, so hopefully you guys do as well. This is hopefully how to do it properly, depending on how much I do and how much James does. So let's get into it. Do you want me to do something? See, straight away, I would have just wire wheeled that.
Gotta get in there and clean it all out, boy.
Well, that's the difference between me and you doing it. So straight away, James really showed me that you really need to go digging for the rust. It's not the stuff you can see, it's the problem. It's usually stuff hidden away, and lifting the edges of the corners of the door like that revealed where the problems would have come back through if we hadn't have treated it properly. You need like 3 diagonals.
Yeah. Milwaukee. We need another one.
They actually don't cut too badly. That's me patch for me tailgate.
That was your patch.
No, I didn't know. It's for the other one. Oh, right. I get it. Carry on.
Carry on.
I'll cut another one. That's what I was hoping you'd do. So, do we need to take this door frame out? That's not nice, is it? Is it hard to get out?
They are a little bit hard to get out, but...
You're going to destroy half the door. Drill all these. Once you do a job like this, when you watch people drive through salt water, it really does hit home why you shouldn't do it. It's a nasty little repair, isn't it? A nice car, not a show car. Some of the repairs are just dead set painful to get at. James was nearly willing to pull the whole door frame out to repair this. It's just crazy the amount of work that goes into rust repairs. Okay, that bit in there won't be seen. It's strong, rust free, and once we turn it over we can just shape. There's about 5mm that you'll see on the outside. We can put some more weld in there and shape, but that door's pretty well repaired on the inside. It's what tool you using though, mate?
Oh.
Look at it.
Hey, mate.
Hey?
Yeah, I can hold that. You're going to have to hold that.
I'll hold it. You're just excited to use your new hammer, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Hey?
Look at that.
So why do you use a wooden mallet?
Because steel on steel stretches stuff. And then that would have been just still nice and strong.
So timber's just a bit kinder.
Yeah. Doesn't make it stretch.
That sander leaves it, that's pretty gnarly, eh? So that gives it good surface for the bog to stick to.
That's the one.
Right, so, and why are we bogging that panel? Just because of that slight dent that was in it? Right.
Get that bit so it's good, same as that one. We'll do that, bottom that.
So, could you repair that and not have to use bog? Like, yeah.
Yep.
But 99% of jobs would be repair it, skim it.
It's just quick and easy.
Yep.
You can spend, spend hours on that, slapping it and filing it. Not for this.
Nice car, not a show car. There's a shirt in that, I reckon. Nice. James is happy with that one. Righto, so the door locks, we're gonna get rid of. We both, when we got the car, just looked at it and just thought, the door locks are halfway down the door. Like, they're just so low, they look really out of place to me. So this thing has somewhat central locking. It's got a unlock lock button on the driver's door with actuators right around the car. Even the rear tailgate's got an actuator to lock, but there's actually no button, and when you lock the driver's door from the outside, it doesn't act on all the rest of the doors, only that switch does. So the plan is to get a central locking signal actuator, so probably like a one of those cheap winch controllers that have, up and down, that can be lock and unlock. They're momentary. Comes with a little key fob, like a garage door remote. I'm going to put that onto that switch on the driver's door. Then we have central locking at the push of a button, and we won't have any door locks on the car, so it'll be a nice clean look. We will leave the keyhole on the back door just in case something fails, so we still can get into the car with a key if we get really stuck. So why this bog? You specifically asked for Rage Ultra.
A lot easier to sand.
Right.
A lot easier.
So there's hard and soft bog in there.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just like everything. You get cheap stuff and then you got good stuff.
And then there's actually like a fiberglass bog, isn't there? Like a furry bog. Which hopefully we don't have to use any of that because we're putting steel in.
That's right.
Unlike the previous repairs.
You don't need much of this.
That'd be my mistake.
It's a hot day.
It is indeed. So about that much to that much.
Oh, it's probably a little bit too much.
You just finished saying we don't need much of it.
Yeah, but I'll just work quick. And if I'm really nice to you, the smoother you put it in, the easier it is to sand.
So then this would be something obviously you could touch too much. Once it starts going off. And it does this sort of thing.
That's the one. I'm not too worried about down there because the repair wasn't down there.
That is one door repaired. Obviously you wait for the bog goes off, that's ready to sand. So we just got to repeat that a few more times and we'll be done. It's that easy. Bodywork, I'm afraid, is quite repetitive. Every repair is a little bit different, but the principles remain the same. Cut the rust out, weld steel in, smooth it out, put as minimal or as little bog on it as possible, and then sand, which I haven't even begun yet, and I'm already dreading it. Guys, if you're enjoying this series, please hit subscribe and like. I really hate asking, but it does help us out. Anyway, let's get back to it. I would 100% say I could do a better patch than that. That's pretty wild, eh?
Ah, not too bad for an inside one. But I would have come, see it's still rusted here? I would have come all the way to here.
It is one of those things, it's 40-year-old. We knew it had had a few repairs, and there's going to be a few surprises. That was one of them. We thought that door was actually pretty well good to go, just sand down. So we're finding lots of little repairs as we go.
2 ways around it. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Take the whole skin off.
Yeah.
Oh, yuck.
Oh, it's not that big a deal. But then, you know, because what's happened, because obviously this comes up here, and they've never either put weld through primer or something in between them from factory. They need 2 metals together. That's why they rust out.
So take skin off as in, oh, and then cut that out.
Cut that piece.
Yeah. And what? Try and source another piece or make it?
No, well, you could make it. Yeah, you'd be able to make that.
Oh.
If you're going to do it once, you're going to do it properly.
I'm glad he's confident. I'm terrified. Nice.
Drill. All these decent?
Yeah, well, why not? So Jamesy grabbed an old drill bit I had laying around and pretty well cut the tip off it, except a tiny little point at the end, making the drill bit really quite flat, but allowing that tiny little point he left to locate the center of the drill. This is what he uses to drill out spot welds. It worked really well. It saves the drill biting into the material underneath. Oh yes, this is all good. This is all good, isn't it? This will be a disaster.
No. Do it once, do it properly, boy.
Come on. Holy piss. Is it savable?
So that's what I mean, you would have just weld them couple of holes up.
That's it.
And then a couple months' time, it would have come back through.
Yeah, you could definitely...
That's exactly what that's happened. That's why that's happened.
That's not that old, eh?
No, that patch is not.
That, like, for that not to be rusty.
So what we'll do is we'll patch it.
Patch the...
We'll fix it. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. Hey?
Mate, I'm just stoked with the positive attitude. Righto. Sandblasting. Another new thing. So the rust is obviously a lot worse than what we thought on the door. So we're going to actually sandblast it, clean it up properly, patch the holes, and then treat it. This thing doesn't have to be beautiful because obviously the outer skin will have to go back over it. But it's just about stopping the rust ever coming back. What do you think of the slide hammer anyway?
Oh, she'll do the job. She'll do the job. What we want it to do. Aren't you supposed to be out there getting dirty?
I'm just the cameraman, you're the panel beater.
Oh fucking shit, I'm not using that shit.
I'm going. He's up me. After having used a sandblaster before, James definitely wasn't touching the damn thing, and I totally understand why. It's the equivalent of gurneying, but in a dry sense. The shit goes everywhere, it stings, it's dusty, it's just a horrible job. And I feel like I'm going to be doing quite a lot of it on this project, so that's always something to look forward to. While I was outside and having a ball, James was inside working on that front left-hand guard. It's generally got the most damage on it out of the whole car, and it's going to take some straightening to get everything aligned on the front once again.
That is sand up and bog.
Ready to go, mate?
That is, yeah. I'll push that out actually.
That, and we're gonna do this.
Oh, yeah. Just more.
Yes.
More and more stuff just comes along, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed. So we've fitted the left-hand guard back on. We're going to fully fit it so we know everything works. So little parts like this from all 4x4 spares make this job heaps easier. Having the proper bonnet stoppers that we can adjust the thing with. This one's knackered, there's nothing left of it. We need to get all this front end aligned again because the left-hand guard was quite damaged, so this will make that so much easier.
Fold it up so you got that gap properly.
Yeah. So I think the only thing is, it's like the whole headlights around needs to go up as well.
Yeah, we can flog it up.
Just bump that up, pull this forward a fraction, because when you go up it pulls it away a bit. But yeah, then that'll fix all that, I think.
Yeah.
That?
Which will make that go in.
Yeah. Me. They're not lining up. There's a chance by the look of it.
No, you know. See, is it line up with bolt holes?
Yeah.
Two ways.
With bog?
No.
What are we doing now?
Well, we're going to try and get that out.
Straighten him up a bit.
That out and try and get this out.
So it is one of those things you really just have to take things on and off to try and get them to fit right. It's a slow, tedious process. So and slowly understanding why these things cost so much to get done in a shop. Like, the prices are crazy, but the amount of work and level of detail that goes on into it is hard to understand unless you do something yourself. And I'm fast learning that, yeah, it's not a job just for a handyman to take on. If James wasn't here to help me, I'd be in deep shit right now, and this project probably take me 2 years. So keep that in mind when you're looking at a car. Don't not do it because you're scared, but really it's good to know what you're in for. Well, he's almost starting to look like a car again. We put a lot of work into getting this guard and beaver panel and the headlights around all lined up, and we're close. I'm not 100% happy with it yet, but it's just a matter of fitting it, unfitting it, grinding it, welding it, bending it, trying to get it all back into shape. We're not too far off though, and we are really starting to get somewhere. Nearly the passenger side of the car is done. I've got to go and get some more sandblasting material to do the inside of that front door. We got front door skin all bogged, sitting there ready for sand. The back door is the same. We've got the sills done now. There were just some holes in it from the mouldings. They're all bogged, ready for a sand. We nearly got the front sorted, nearly. It's a big job. It's a freaking big job. It is actually Sunday. This is when you should be out enjoying times with your family. Sometimes you just got to knuckle down and get these projects knocked out. Like, this can't sit around for months. It'll do my head in, and you know, for what we're trying to do here, I need to turn this out pretty quickly. The radiator support on the driver's side is really proper shitty, and I'm gonna have to take the inner guard out to repair it. Now, to take the inner guard out pretty much means I've got to take out probably a quarter of the engine bay accessories because they're bolted to that inner guard and the driver's side guard itself. So we have spoken about maybe doing an engine conversion on this vehicle, and that's really going to be a crunch time when I pull all that apart. Not to just keep going and pull the motor out, because there'll be nothing left of it. It'll literally just be a motor sitting there on a chassis. There'll be no guards around it. It'll be the easiest time to get at it. So there's a little hint for you guys what our plans are with this one day. We just got stuck into the body because we really want to do a bodywork project, and you know, if we do the engine swap later on down the track, it's not really going to affect our bodywork because you can unbolt panels and work around the engine without any of the panels on it. Yes, you probably should have the engine conversion done before you paint it, but we were really on the fence. Now, knowing how far I've pulled this thing down, it probably is the right time to do an engine conversion if I was ever going to do one. And I have a really cool idea for what I want to put in it. I don't think it has been done, which also makes it a little bit trickier. But physical size wise, it'll fit in there really easy. Everything else I have no idea about. Anyway, that's where we're at, guys. So I'm going to leave it here. This is probably going to be at least a 2, maybe 3 episode journey getting this bodywork done. It is a massive job, and I really want to document it properly for you guys at home. And if you haven't done this kind of thing before, let's try and learn together, because I'm learning heaps off Jamesy. And also learn to just get in and have a go and don't be too scared of something. So we're going to leave it there. Next time we'll get down into that driver's side so we can find in that driver's door is going to be pretty nasty. Don't forget, guys, you only live once. See you next time.